Go live, they said. You can do it, they said. I have no idea what I'm doing. All right, we're going to try this again. Welcome to episode 2 of Standards Aren't Mean, Unfiltered Thoughts Not Safe for Work. Today, we're going to do a live dating profile rehab. We're going to talk about Alex. Alex is 42 years old. By all standards, his friends, his sister, and even his mom say he's a great catch. Now, Alex is a real person, and this was his real dating profile. However, his name and the photographs have been changed to protect the guilty. If you're somebody who has a dating profile that still says, I love long walks on the beach, or easygoing guy who loves adventures, this is for you. It's time for an intervention. No More Fish is dating profile rehab for men. I'm Inspired Spitfire, your online and profile expert. It's not your looks, it's not your age, it's not your luck, it's your profile. The reality is that most people aren't aware is it's really not you. Like, you're a great guy, but it is your profile. Every dating app has an algorithm the same as Facebook and TikTok. And every time somebody creates a profile, the dating app algorithms scan your pictures, they scan your tagline, your bio, they scan your answers to the AI prompts, and they assign you a score. That score then determines what women your profile gets pushed to, how often it is put in front of those women, etc. Obviously, lower scoring profiles are going to be seen by less people, which in turn is going to result in less matches, less messages, etc. The good news is that you can hack the algorithm. There's a way to make it so that it can work for you. Just because your profile currently isn't getting any messages or matches doesn't mean that it can't, because every single time you update your profile, then the algorithm rescans it and assigns it a new score. This is why it's important to stay active if you're on the dating apps and you're truly interested in trying to meet someone, making sure that you are going in, that you are updating your profile, whether it's just swapping out one photo or updating your answers to some of your prompts, anything. Every time you change anything at all, it will rescan it and then give you a new score on the algorithm. And more active profiles, again, start to receive a higher score with the algorithm. So, that being said, low effort bios are going to receive low scores. So if you write just ask on your dating profile and then sit back and wonder why, it's Friday night and you're sitting home alone listening to a podcast about what's wrong with your dating profile, this is probably one of the reasons why. So, we are going to go through Alex's profile. We're going to talk about what's not working, and then I'm going to rebuild it so that at the end he is ready to go. I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm going to attempt to share my screen and we're going to see what happens. Oh, maybe. I know. Catchy. All right. Meet Alex. He's a left swipe legend. Alex is 42 years old. He's a nice guy, has a good job, volunteers at a dog rescue and a homeless shelter. He's basically a rom-com character that forgot to hire a script writer. He's been divorced for 3 years. He's done the work, and he co-parents like a champ. But apparently, he's allergic to love because he's spending yet another New Year's Eve with his friends, but without a date. Alex is lucky, though. He narrowly escaped bringing a date who would have spent the entire night scrolling TikTok and not making eye contact. However, he wasn't able to avoid the daggers that his friends threw all night, disguised as small talk, the inevitable question, "So, why are you still single? I can't believe you're still single." "Oh, I don't know, Karen. Maybe because the algorithm buried his profile under a pile of shirtless trucks and, well, I guess the trucks aren't shirtless, but under a pile of photographs of men in front of shirtless trucks and guys holding dead fish." If you have a friend that's single and that's a question that you're asking, "So why are you still single? I can't believe you're still single," and you don't know why, that's a backhanded compliment. Stay tuned. We'll talk about that tomorrow. So now we're going to go through Alex's photos. This is his primary photo. He thought it was a good idea. He thought it made him look cool and adventurous. He thought wrong. Women are not interested in hat fishing. We want to be able to see your eyes. Next photo, Alex thought he'd try to show that he was a fun guy. We have 4 beers, 4 friends, 2 beers, and absolutely no clue which one is Alex. Sure, they look like they're fun, but nobody's interested in playing Guess Who on a dating app. One day at lunch, Alex was feeling pretty good, so he decided to snap a selfie in the mirror. He likes to take care of himself. He thought this is something that women would appreciate. He definitely doesn't consider himself to be a meathead, but, he considers himself to be in decent shape. But Alex thought wrong. This is one of the number one reasons why women will immediately swipe left. And as for picture 4, he almost had it. It's a great photo. It's in focus, it's outside. He has a great expression. His shirt is clean. However, there are kids in the photo, which is a no. Absolutely not. This is not a family Christmas card. This is a dating profile. It's Tinder, not KinderCare. And if you don't know why this is wrong, stay tuned. This is a discussion that we'll have next week. And then Alex stopped there. He thought 4 pictures were enough. Now let's discuss his tagline, "Looking for my soulmate." Cool. So is everybody else, bro. His bio, easygoing guy who loves to travel, laugh, and try new things. Yeah, that could be anyone from Ryan Reynolds to your dentist. Just seeing what's out there. Not great at talking about myself. Ask me anything. I'm a nice guy. No drama, please. The number of red flags this is throwing, you'd almost think it was carnival. So now for his details. Height. He says he's 5'10", but on a good day he's 5'8". Job. He didn't want to get too into it, so he just put tech. However, this comes across as unemployed but thinking about a podcast. Kids, yes. Nothing else. Doesn't mention custody, availability, or any type of emotional connection. Education, school of hard knocks. Not cool, bro. Politics, not into politics. However, if you ask his family, they'll say he definitely has opinions. What he's looking for: someone chill, low maintenance, no gold diggers, must be fit, must not take herself too seriously. I understand Alex didn't intend to come across like a total douchebag here, but he did. What he really was trying to say is he's looking for someone who's just as comfortable dressing up for a night out on the town as she is in her sweatpants and his t-shirt sitting on the couch on a Friday night watching a movie or reading a book. What you intend to say and how it comes across is very important, and you definitely missed the mark here, Alex. As for interest, he said he's in the gym. However, going on your lunch break for half an hour Monday through Friday doesn't really count. He's not really into the gym, he just thought it sounded good. He also said podcast about success, crypto, but the reality on that is he was into crypto until he lost money and now he just won't shut up about it. Good conversation. He does mean that he's interested in good conversation. However, here's a hot tip. This is how good conversation comes across. You want to have a good conversation. You think you know what a good conversation is. However, you want the other person to do all of the work. Traveling, if you're actually into traveling, this is something that really does interest you, then listing that is a great idea. However, one trip to Cancun in 2016 does not count as traveling for an interest. His opening message is, hey, wow, and what do you bring to the table? Again, he thought he was being cheeky, he thought he was being kind of coy, but the way that comes across has some women pretty upset. So here's my overall diagnosis. His profile screams emotionally lazy, chronically underdeveloped, mildly misogynistic, but calls it preferences, wants girlfriend benefits, but doesn't want to have to put in the boyfriend effort, and thinks women over 35 should be grateful. The verdict: Alex doesn't really want a partner. He wants validation, access, free therapy, a woman to organize his life, and someone to make him feel chosen without choosing him back. I think I did it again. My screen still wasn't sharing. Okay, it is what it is. Well, the reality is this: Alex doesn't really want a girlfriend. Based off of Alex's profile, what Alex wants is a dog. Alex should get a lab. Think about things for a minute, do some more work, and then consider getting a girlfriend. However, I know Alex, and Alex really is a great guy. He's just not coming across that way, and that ends up being the issue. Because he didn't know that that's how he was coming across. He didn't know that these were the mistakes on his dating profile that he needed to fix.